Hi, this is Ellen from Cambridge Immigration Law. We are here to talk about green cards through marriage. So U.S. Citizens married to non-citizens who want to get a green card for the non-citizen. Based green cards. This morning we had a great interview at USCIS Boston. We had an interview at 7:30 in the morning, and we got there at 7. Unfortunately, we didn't get called till 8:30. But what happened when we entered the interview room, actually when we get called in, it was apparent to me that the officer had spent some quality time looking at our application and making some good preliminary decisions before she spoke with us. So what happened was, about an hour after waiting, the officer called us in, and she called the U.S. citizen and the non-citizen in, which is an excellent sign that the officer already likes your application. Now, if you get called separately from your spouse, that doesn't mean the officer doesn't like your application, because that's a normal process. But what it means is that you'll have to have more time on your interview. So we got called in at 8:30. The officer was not super chatty, but fine. And she asked my clients like 2 questions each. What's your spouse's name, your spouse's date of birth, where do you live and who do you live with, and what was your date of marriage? That is it. She looked through all the documents. We brought a lot of new documents. And then she said, okay, well, I'm just going to let you know that I'm going to approve the marriage-based case. I have no problems. It's a real marriage. And my clients were thrilled. They had been so worried about their case. We had guided them through every step. We assured them that we felt confident about the case preliminarily when they hired us, and told them, well, if you continue to help us develop it, we'll let you know what we think. And at every step, we told them the case just keeps getting stronger. So they were just thrilled, though, but it was a relief to them. And as we were sitting there, the officer said, okay, now I'm going to work on the 485, talk amongst yourselves. And my clients, just hearing that the case was approved, like, kind of started getting very emotional, and so did I almost, but we all kept it together. So that was my appointment this morning. Let me tell you what else happened with this green card application. So then the officer spent some time, I would say 10 or 15 minutes, looking at the screen. She was scrolling, she was clicking, and then she said to my client, the non-citizen, okay, I'm going to take your picture and your fingerprint. She did that, and then she said, now I'm going to ask you the eligibility questions. And she went through all of the questions on the 480, well, not all of them, some of the questions, a lot of them on the 485, dealing with my client's immigration history and criminal history, and really that's it. And then said at the end, okay, well, then she spent a few minutes looking and scrolling and clicking, and then said, I'm going to approve your application. So that was obviously a wonderful outcome, because my clients got what they want, what they need to move on with their lives. And also the officer dealt with it what I thought was just such a compassionate way. Like, she knew these people were nervous. She knew these people were waiting for a decision, and she had the power to give it that day, and she did. Sometimes there's just some logistical issues. They might have to look at something else. They haven't seen the whole file. They need to talk to their supervisor. There might be a legal issue, like a problematic immigration history or criminal issue that I know is, we're going to overcome, but they want more time to look at it. But in this case, the application was like eligible based on the application we submitted, and the officer approved it on the spot. So my clients left today knowing that their green card is going to come in the mail in about 2 weeks. It'll be valid for 2 years, and the client will need to renew her green card about 90 days before the application, before the green card expires.